Introducing Night Diversion. Night Diversion is a run-and-gun 2D platformer shooter game that provides players with a fresh and exciting twist to classic run-and-gun shooters. The game follows John Perry, a mercenary living in a city controlled by a corrupt military power. One day, his pet cat ran off by itself and stumbled upon a group of soldiers that decided to kill the cat for fun. By the time John Perry had found his missing cat, it was already dead in the middle of the street. In a fit of rage, Perry vowed to take down the military to avenge the death of his cat. In Night Diversion, you play as John Perry with his powers of deflection to move across different parts of the city and take down the corrupt military. The main movement mechanics of the game include running, jumping, and falling through platforms. Being a skilled mercenary in a lawless city, John Perry has developed a special skill where he can deflect any form of projectiles back where it came from. John Perry will traverse through unique sections of the city, each filled with different kinds of enemies, and throughout the game, you will be able to pick up special weapons that will give John Perry special abilities when deflecting enemy projectiles. Use your quick thinking and fast reaction time to help John Perry avoid getting hit by enemy projectiles and deflect your way through the horde of enemies. Night Diversion offers 5 different levels, each with their unique final bosses different from the regular enemies. However, there is no need to worry. Night Diversion offers an account system where you can register with your own email address, which can save your level progress so that you can always regroup and take down the enemies of the level another time. Can you take down the leaders of the military and avenge the death of John Perry's cat? Play Night Diversion now. For Night Diversion, we adopted an iterative development methodology, in particular, the Scrum framework. The Scrum framework focuses on a sprint-driven development process where in each sprint, it starts off with identifying the sprint objectives like game features that needs to be completed. Then, we will work on the identified objectives. At the end of each sprint, there will be an internal review of the product deliverables with third-party testings. The evaluation from these reviews and testings would then be incorporated in the future sprints as added-on features. This process then repeats itself until we achieve the final working product.
To ensure that we remain on task and meet deadlines set for each sprint, we make use of a Gantt chart to project out the expected deadlines. This gives us a bird's eye view over all the tasks and deadlines so that at every stage we are able to monitor the progress of each feature and appropriately assign a specific amount of time to ensure that deadlines are met. We will be talking about 2 of our core features, the Boss AI system and the login system. The Boss AI is controlled using the state machines. When we first tried making the boss using a script, we allowed some of the playtesters to test out the boss features. Through the feedback given by the playtesters, we realized that the players wanted more features on the bosses. In order to improve the boss, we decided to use state machines instead. Through the use of state machines, each of the boss's states only has to do with its own behavior and conditions that could cause the state to change. This allows us to create a complex boss AI with more features without having to deal with complex codes. It helps to loosen the coupling between scripts and also make debugging much easier to handle. As for our login system, we decided to use PlayFab as a back-end platform for our game. This is done by making API calls to send and retrieve player data from the PlayFab database, namely player level. At the login screen of the game, players will register with their own email addresses. This would create a dictionary stating that players can only play level 1. As players complete each level, the current level dictionary will be updated so that anytime a player returns to the game, they can carry on from the level that they stopped at, regardless of the time and device they are using. During Milestone 3, we have conducted further intensive testing using our game. The testing approach consists of 4 different phases: unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and usability testing. Firstly, we will do unit testing to test the individual components of the game. When the unit testing is done, we will then undergo integration testing, whereby we will test the different levels of the game when the individual game components are combined as a group. System testing will only happen after unit testing and integration testing is done, as system testing will be conducted by testing the whole game with all the game features and levels combined. Finally, to conduct usability testing, we will publish our game for third parties to test our game and provide feedback using the survey form we have created. This will help us to further refine our game using the feedback from the users. Night Diversion will be able to provide players a chance to relive the nostalgia of arcade games in the 90s, while at the same time giving players a fun and unique gameplay experience. We look forward to you playing our game in the near future.